Throughout history, the Sunshine State has welcomed explorers and pioneers of all types, and they have all settled right here, most have in our own backyard. And what that means for you at home is there are a ton of beautiful places that you can see for yourself, and what's more, they are full of history.
They are. Let's paddle back in time through the Koreshan State Historic Site on a kayak tour.
Floating the waters of the Estero River.
To see Florida nature from a completely different vantage point than you would see from the land, basically. And kind of maybe sneak up on some wildlife if we get lucky.
You can capture paradise from a different perspective, kayaking, even retracing the same strokes the Calusa Indians did.
The Estero River Tour originates out of the Koreshan State Historic Site. We also offer a tour out to Mound Archaeological Site, which was home for the Calusa Indians and where they battled Ponce de Leon in 1513.
It's great to get on the river, and it's awesome. It's peaceful, and it's joyful, and it's exciting.
You know, just imagine you were here 500 years ago traveling these waters and what it might have been like then, so it's a lot of fun.
Fun for the entire family, avid kayaker or not.
I would say 75% of our customers have never been in a kayak before, so it's a great tour for beginners. And it's a great thing to knock off your bucket list. It's also great for avid kayakers that live up north and just want to get familiar with the Florida ecosystem.
I'm a more or less naturalist. I'm an arborist by trade, so I'm a tree guy to begin with. Always loved nature, everything having to do with nature, and the outdoors. Can't really stand to be indoors.
It's great to get out here and be with other people and enjoy Florida.
So grab a paddle and get ready to explore the great outdoors. We're soaking in paradise in its most natural form.
You get right off the major roads and then you come here to this hidden treasure, and just it's very tranquil and surreal. Something certainly for everybody's interest.
Oh yes, tranquil and serene indeed. We can't leave this historic site without telling you about some of the upcoming events taking place for you and your family to enjoy. This Saturday, check out the Classic Cars and Crafts Show. You can walk the grounds and see different pre-1980 cars on display, as well as arts and crafts from local vendors. Or if you really like antique cars and crafts, you're going to want to drive back over for the Antiques, Engines, and Quilt Show. That's taking place on March 19th and 20th. Lots of fun stuff coming up. And as we said, there's so many places here in Southwest Florida that are not only gorgeous, but also educational. So, I mean, let's face it, Carly, there's no shortage of examples.
I know, there really is not. We found another perfect example of that. If you have not been to Mound Key yet, you really should. It's similar to the Koreshan in that you can take a kayak tour there as well, and it too is steeped in rich history, which is pretty cool.
The Mound House is a really great resource for Fort Myers Beach. It is a Calusa site just like Mound Key. It has something for everybody, and it expands so many years of history. It's really a really great place.
I'm not really sure we could have said it any better ourselves. This is the Mound House. Located on Fort Myers Beach, the Mound House has over 2,000 years of history on the grounds. In fact, the Calusa Indians were among the first to settle here and are responsible for the oldest existing structure on the beach. This underground exhibit helps to tell the tale of some of that history. You'll get to see things like the ways of the Calusa and get a feel for what the first residents look like. But don't let the renovations at the Mound House fool you. There is still lots to do and see here. Plant and people tours are still taking place, and new seasonal kayak tours are now available.
And it's a great, unique experience to be able to go with a biologist and really explore the environmental factors of this area. So it's a great chance to be able to get out and see things that you normally would not see except on a kayak tour.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know what's great about kayaking is just you're right there in with it all. So even if you've never done it before and you want to give it a try, it's not hard, it's really fun, and you're right there, right in nature. It's really
Especially
cool.
if you're fishing, or I know that's what your husband loves about it too. You can sneak up on those fish. And really, Southwest Florida is like a kayaker's dream. There's so many different places to go.
And that being one of them. That was kind of a little hidden treasure
Yeah,
there.
and now is the time to go when it's not too hot too, and the bugs aren't so bad, because I know in the summertime it can get a little hot. I mean, it's nicer on the water, but this is the nice time to go because it's not too hot yet. Well, we want to know what kind of tour you like to take when you're kayaking around. Let us know. Where should we check out? You can let us know on our social media sites.
All right, it may be hot here in Southwest Florida, but things are really cooling down inside Germain Arena. Up next, your chance to win tickets to Disney on Ice presents frozen. Then we trade the skates for baseballs as we gear up for spring training, where you can huddle up for great game day food. Stay with us.